And we should be live.
We
Okay,
should
so
be live. Whoopie-doo!
yeah, about time, about half an hour of trying.
Half an hour
Um,
of trying, exactly. Well, let me see if I can't find any bits and bobs, and there we go.
yeah, so at the moment we've got no viewers, which is normal for us.
Normal for
Um,
you.
well, normal for me. Yeah, you've got
Oh,
quite a few.
harsh but fair. Harsh but...
Harsh, definitely harsh. I've got about 33 subscribers, so if anybody fancies subscribing and does watch this, then please click the link.
Yeah.
And same for Black Rabbit 3333. And if anybody wants to join us, just join. Um, there should be a question and answer thing as well, but I'm not sure where that is at the moment.
Uh, I can't see anything at the moment. This is all still very, very new to me, the live stuff.
Yeah, same to me. But I just thought it'd be quite fun for us all to get together, but everybody seems to be busy. Dan apparently's got a friend, and it's his birthday, not Dan's birthday, a friend's birthday, and they're having food, I think, and
Having ice cream and jelly.
I think they are. I think they're watching films and stuff. So he said he couldn't bother to do it tonight. Thanks, Dan. Nice of you. No,
No to rip into the fella.
I know, I understand. And Steve, apparently, it's football. It's the last day of the transfer market, or whatever they want to call it. So apparently, he's watching that like a hawk. So that's
I,
it.
I,
So
I
that's
have no
odd pod
idea.
out.
Football.
So that's odd pod out. And I can't remember who messaged me back. You said you're gonna do it, so it's just us two by the sounds of it. And we still have no viewers. We need viewers. I did have one, but I'm not sure if that was you earlier. In the
Could
in
have
the
been
first
me.
in the first time I tried it, it said I got one view. So I'm guessing it was you.
Well, if it's live, I'm going to try and just post a little video.
Yeah, it's definitely live. It says live in the corner, and it says stop broadcasting, which I don't want to do. So it's definitely live. Um, I
Uh,
know. I know Ferris Fines retweeted me. So whether he'll be watching, I don't know.
Probably. Right, I've got the video now, so I'm just going to sort of, I can see if
Yeah.
I can't.
So yeah. So you were telling me the other day via Xbox, you were telling me that you'd completed Pokemon, or got all the Pokemon.
Yes, my summer has been pretty much filled up with literally
Yeah,
just playing Pokemon because there is nothing else I can do at the moment because I'm in the kind of process of literally boxing stuff up, packing things away, trying to get to move new warrens basically for the
yeah.
rabbit, but it's
The
not
new
happening
Rabbit
at
Warren.
the moment. So I'm literally living out of boxes.
Oh dear.
So, DS is pretty much perfect for those sort of things.
And unless I force you to come on the Xbox.
No, the Xbox is like pretty much dead now.
Yeah, you were telling me the other day. You were like, I've really got to hold it just to sort of, get it to work.
Pretty much true. I mean, still trying to save up though for an X1 though.
Yeah, I know. I haven't got. I need next gen. I think the most like I've got a next gen is like the Vita, called that next gen. Right. Apparently we've got one viewer.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. Okay.
That's me just getting the links and setting things up.
Oh no, we've got two viewers. So we must have somebody watching.
Yeah, well, I'm watching. I'm not watching no more.
Okay, you're not watching anymore. Right. Okay. So we've been discussing this for a while, and I know we were going to do it with everybody else, but should we do? I'll tell you what we'll do. Top five recent games we've played.
Top five recent games.
Yeah. Can you do that, or have you just been playing Pokemon?
I can probably do that.
Okay. Do you want to go first, then? Any console, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so obviously, as we've been saying, the most recent one, well, actually, no, there's another one because I've just picked up Luigi's Mansion 2
Oh
on the
right, yeah, that
DS
would be quite good.
because I was a big fan. Well, I say I was a big fan. I literally got my hands on Luigi's Mansions for the GameCube, played it for about half an hour,
Right.
loved it. Now, what normally happens is when I really, really, really love a game, I don't play it
Yeah.
because it's like this is, and I know that Luigi's Mansion is a really short game.
Right.
I think it's about 5 hours long or something from playthrough. So it's like harkens back to the old days, back on the
Yeah.
old like Sonic the Hedgehog, where you could literally like do the whole game in like two hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Well, some people can. I couldn't. I kept dying.
Well, it's kind of like a one playthrough game sort of job, one
Yeah.
sitting. And yeah, so I've been playing Luigi's Mansions 2, and that is I'm on to the second level on that one, and that is absolutely fantastic. It's probably the only game out of the two that I've got so far, and I've got a few other little DS games, but this is the first one that I've actually implied the 3D functionality to it.
Right.
So it's pretty immersive for such a little screen.
Yeah. I might have to pick that one up then.
Because yeah, that's the most recent one I'm playing. I mean, I've only had that since Saturday, so
Okay.
literally been sort of dipping in and out of it.
Right. So
Before that, it
that's
was
that's your first one then.
hmm, that's
That's
my
your
first,
first.
that's my most recent one. The next one obviously was Pokemon, which I've now finally got all 719 Pokemon.
And that's a lot.
Well, it is a lot. I mean, I first played Pokemon back in '99 when it was Red and Blue.
Yeah.
And obviously there was only 151 Pokemon back then, if you include Mew, but I never saw him in the Red and Blue games.
Yeah.
Um, and so stopped playing it then after that, and literally joined in through X. I mean, my
Right.
girlfriend is a huge Pokemon fan, and she's literally played from Red, Blue, all the way up to now. So I'm just lost. If it's not the original 151, I was like lost and had no idea. So,
So
but it is,
are you going to be picking up Ruby and Sapphire?
yeah, I'm going to pick up Ruby and Sapphire, but I
Because
will not be picking up the steel tins.
I was going to say there's a special edition with the steel tins apparently.
I don't know why they're doing that.
I don't know. I saw a picture. It looks quite good.
Yeah, I saw a picture too, and I mean it's nice full box art and everything.
Yeah.
But unless you're really, you really, really, really love Pokemon, and I guess it's something to collect, but
Yeah.
it's not something that I will be picking up. I'll just be getting the bog standard game there.
Yeah. So yeah, Pokemon your second one.
God, third one.
If we struggle, we'll just go on to mine then, because I've got a
No,
few.
no, no. I'm pretty sure that I can.
Okay.
Pretty sure I can remember what I've been playing. Um, last, yeah, Mario Kart 8.
Yes, you've been telling me about that. I really want, like, I don't want a Wii U because I hate the Wii, but I really kind of want
Well, yeah,
one.
I get what you're saying. I mean, I'm a huge Nintendo fan, and
I'm not so much.
since the Wii came out, I was always a big fan of Nintendo's innovative, whatever you call it, innovative. Oh, I can't even speak.
Yeah,
But inventions in great new controllers and things,
yeah,
and as soon as that one came out, the Wii U, the Wiimote, I was just like, what the hell's this?
yeah,
Can't get on with that at all. Didn't even touch the Nintendo Wii. The Wii U came out. I was a bit skeptical on it, but as soon as I saw that Mario Kart 8 was being released and I saw the pictures for it in high def and everything, I literally that
yeah,
was it. They took my money there and then with as I'm sure with a lot of other people that were just sitting on the fence waiting for Nintendo just to pull something great for the hardcore fans out.
yeah. I think so.
So
I've seen it. I was dead against it originally because I've never been a big Nintendo fan. Um, yeah, I don't know. I want one now, just for Mario Kart. But like, is it worth it? Because I might pick it up for like 5 minutes and get bored of it. But then you've got it, and a few other friends of mine have got it, and I could play multiplayer with it. So I've just got to get the money to try and get one. To be honest, at this moment.
yeah,
So
totally. It's definitely worth. And now with them announcing the new add-on packs,
Yeah,
DLC contents
yeah,
with the many great new levels. I think it's 8 new levels or
I
16 new
think so.
levels. I think basically, I think it's each add-on pack has 8 new tracks and 4 new cars or something like that. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
4 new cars, 3 new races.
Yeah, staying on the Nintendo subject, I saw a Super Smash Brothers double pack. I'm not sure what that is, but it's for the 3DS, and it was a double pack of something. But all I could see on the front was Super Smash Brothers. So whether they got a first one as well, I don't know whether you've seen that.
No, I've not seen that.
No, I'm not 100% sure what that is, but it's definitely they're calling it Super Smash Bros. 3DS Double Pack, and that's all I know. Uh,
Unless they're including the old one, but I don't. I definitely will not be getting Super Smash Bros. On the DS. That's for sure.
yeah, the one thing that's kind of enticing me to the Nintendo section at the moment is this new kind of the Disney Infinity thing, but with the like Super Smash Brothers characters and all the
Yeah,
Wii characters.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Because
Um,
I'm a big fan of the cat, like the little toy thing, the little figurines.
well, like all of us here that in this collecting network of ours, we it's definitely something to entice all the collectors in. I mean, people like
Yeah,
Skylanders, people like Disney Infinity. It's definitely you want to collect all the figures. You want to collect them all.
yeah, definitely.
But I don't know how much of a functionality. It's definitely not going to be a game like Disney Infinity like that. I think it's definitely like I don't know how it's going to work, but you're supposed to just pop these characters on, and then
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it's going to work.
No, well, I think it's meant to go on top of the like Wii U controller.
It goes on top of the Wii U controller, and then your character comes in the game. But I know in Super Smash Bros, I think
Yeah, I think there's a couple of
that
other things as well.
you don't actually control the character. It just sort of there is there as an additional fighter helping you.
Oh, okay, right.
So you don't actually control it. And again, I know that there's limited amounts of games that these characters and these toys are going to be working with, and one of them is Mario Kart 8, and I'm really not sure how that's going to
Right.
work in Mario Kart 8. It'll be
Well,
quite interesting if those characters actually come in,
yeah,
like if you had like Pokemon, for instance, or something coming into Mario Kart 8, that would be pretty interesting. But I'm not
yeah.
sure how that's actually going to play out yet.
They've actually done a figure though of the girl from the Wii Fit.
Well, that's in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah,
I'm not happy about that one.
that just kind of made me laugh.
There's so many great Nintendo characters, and there's that one.
Yeah. Apparently, another bit of news I heard was apparently they're announcing Disney Infinity, I think it is, for the PS Vita, which is going to be an interesting concept.
That will be definitely interesting indeed.
Yeah, like I like the Vita, don't get me wrong, but how are they going to work the sort of the figures into it and that, or what sort of games are going to be?
It's a good question.
You know, so just have to wait and see. Anyway, so on to your because we kind of went off subject. Well, I did. Uh, your next one.
Bro, where are we? What's number? We're four?
I think you're on four.
Four. After Mario Kart. Well, actually, the only reason I say Mario Kart 8 now for three is because I've gone back into that. But I
Yeah.
bought Super Mario. Is it 3D World? 3D World?
Oh, okay. Yeah, got you.
So I got that after Mario Kart 8, but obviously now I've been playing Mario Kart 8 because I've finished Super Mario. Well, I haven't finished it, but
Right.
yeah, I was definitely last playing Super Mario Brothers 3D World. That is just absolutely phenomenal.
Okay.
I mean, oh, it's just everything you wanted in a Mario Bro platform game.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, I've not yet played the Galaxy games. I was a bit like, obviously, but one, not having a Nintendo Wii to play like the Galaxy games, it was a
Yeah.
bit like, okay, there's a downfall. But I didn't see how they were going to pan out. I didn't like the idea of controlling them with a Wiimote. So it's nice to have a controller back in your hand and actually.
Yeah.
But the cat suit is fantastic. Everything, the sounds, the music, the vibrant. Oh, it's what I love about Nintendo at the moment. Is just playing Xbox or PS or PlayStation or anything like that. You tend to get a real dull or muted color palette.
Yeah.
With Nintendo, and especially Mario Kart and Super Mario 3D World, it's literally like your eyes are on fire.
The first
It's
time I saw a 3D,
vibrant.
the first time I saw a 3DS, I was in a game shop. It had just come out, and they'd got I don't think it actually come out, but they'd got a tester one in a local shop of mine, and they says, "Oh, you can have a go if you want." I'm like, "Oh, go on then." And the first game I actually tried was the Super Street Fighter, and I just thought the graphics on that and the 3D on that, I've never seen one better than that yet. But there probably is, but from the games I've played, there's not a better 3D game than that. But other people may have different opinions.
Everyone's entitled.
Exactly.
But that is an absolute stonker of a game. I mean, I think Mario Kart and Super Mario 3D Worlds, I mean, if you've got a Nintendo Wii U, you're going to have them anyway.
Wow. I'm gonna.
There's not that much out at the moment.
Hey, I probably will be picking them up if I get one.
If you get one, you'd be foolish not to, because,
Yeah.
well, then again, there are great other titles, but yeah, that's what I've been playing now. I'm really trying to scrape my memory, trying to think what the last after I played that was.
Right.
And it could possibly have been something on the Xbox. It was most probably Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably.
I've never played that. Apparently it's good. It's one I've never played.
Oh, well, Skyrim is just like Life Eater.
Apparently Dan's girlfriend plays that a lot.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic. It's all fantasy based, and oh, it's brilliant. It's just nice to get in there with swords and bows and shields, and
Yeah.
I love the RPG element as well. I mean, back when Rabbit was growing up, when you got a game, because it costs so much. I mean, I remember Super Nintendo games costing like 60 quid.
Oh yeah, they're expensive, weren't
They were like super expensive, and then you got your parents to like literally like get you one or two a year. So
And
you played that game. You played that game to death.
Yeah, and it depends on what version you got as well. So if like you got Game Gear, it'd be the cheaper one. If you got the Mega Drive one, it'd be more expensive. If you got the Master System one, it'd be sort of like medium price. And sometimes they're all the same price, but sometimes you got like cheaper versions because they were like 8 bits and 16-bit and.
Oh, they were still expensive, but the point being is that nowadays games they tend to run, I don't know, like as I say, 5 hours upwards, maybe 5, 10, 12 hours max for a game.
Yeah.
And then by the time you've done that, I mean, you're over, which is why there's two parts to it. RPGs are fantastic like Skyrim because you really feel like you're getting your money's worth. If you get immersed into it, I mean, I've done probably like, I think it's like 300 hours.
Yeah, I know a lot of my friends have sort of said, we play it and play it and play it, and apparently you can just carry on doing what you're doing. And
oh yeah, totally carry on what you're doing. It's just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So I've literally like played that game to its core, and I've still got stuff to do on it. I'm still going through the last expansion or the last bit of DLC for it.
Right.
So I will go back to it.
Wasn't there quite a lot of DLC for that one?
There's like 3 packs for it. I think there's 2 major quest lines, and then there's a pack where you get to build your own houses, which is, at the time it sounds a bit rubbish, but when it first came out, that was the first one. So it was literally like something new to do. Let me
Yeah,
have it.
yeah.
So that was pretty groovy. So yeah, I would say Skyrim was probably
Okay.
the last one I played. Yeah, the very last one.
So on to mine now, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, on to yours, I guess.
Right. Well, as you know, I like to play a lot of the Disney Infinity and the Skylanders.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they're my first two. I'll put them into like a category together. The same sort of game.
You're gonna group them in together.
I'm going to group them in together. So they're my first and second. Um, I just love playing those games. Um, I think Disney Infinity's probably got a bit more to it, because you can play with it's got different stories, and it's also kind of got like a build mode, I suppose, like you were saying with Skyrim. Um, so I suppose it's got a bit more to it than Skylanders, but collecting the figures and that, still quite a good part of the game. Um, so yeah, I've been playing them a lot. I've just completed Max Payne 3. So
Did you get that from the Xbox?
no, I didn't. I actually had it. I was in my local Tesco's, and they had it for £5, and they had it on like Xbox 360 and PS3. So I thought, well, I'll pick both up because I've got friends on both. So I picked them up because I thought, well, if I've got somebody on PS3 that's got it, I can play them on it, and vice versa with the Xbox. And a friend of mine had it on Xbox, and she was playing through it. So I was like, I played through it with her, but like not together, if that makes sense. Like not as a co-op because you can't. But it was like we were playing through it is it simultaneously? Am I saying the right word? It took us about 5 or 6 days to complete. So I've just completed that, and now I've got to complete it on the PS3. So that's going to be a fun one, and it is a really good game. Now I know you've told me you don't like it.
No, I don't like it. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say that I don't like Max Payne 3 because number 2 and number 1 were absolutely fantastic and really was the kind of film noir type styles and dark and moody. And then this one is just,
Yeah.
who is he? You shaved his head. I don't know who you are. Are you trying to be like Bruce Willis or something? I don't
Right,
know.
apparently we've got. I'm just going to cut you off on that. Apparently we've got comments. I'm just looking.
There's hello. I said hello back.
Oh, okay. Right. Apparently somebody's talking to you, and I'm getting comments at the same time.
Well, see if you can get comments and questions and
That's
things.
what I'm trying to do. I've got the chat section here. It says Q&A, but I don't think it does anything. No, this feature is disabled. So I really don't know. Oh, hang on. I'm not sure. The group chat apparently is you joined, you left, you joined. Anyway, yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to get back to the conversation because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. So that was my first and my second, and my third was Max Payne. Even though you said you didn't like it, because you said you weren't keen on the characters, but I thought the story was really good. So that's my reasoning for liking it. Are you still there? I haven't cut you off, have I?
No, you haven't cut me off.
Okay, it's all right. I was just double checking. This is a really fun sort of conversation for people to watch, isn't it? Yeah, I'm trying to think now. What else have I played? The PS3, I was playing Disney Universe, I think it's called.
What is that?
It was on a sale a while ago, and I think you play as like this little character, and you get suits that make you into like you wear like they're like what are they called? The onesies. They're like onesies that are Disney characters, and you end up being like a Disney character.
Okay.
So I was playing that a while ago. I'd say that's quite recent. Um, so yeah, that's quite an interesting little game. Kind of a bit like Skylanders, but like the level sort of Lego slash Skylanders.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
So that's kind of an interesting game. I think you can get it on Xbox as well, but I think it cost me like £3 or £4, so I picked that up. Been playing that. Um, WW2K14. I've been playing that. I still need to complete that. So I've been playing that. So is that my top five or is that my top four? What are we on now? Disney Infinity, Skylanders.
Well, you had two games grouped into Disney Infinity and Skylanders.
So we'd say, yeah, we'll say five. I'm probably four, but we'll say five because I can't think of any others. And we won't go into FIFA because that's just football, so,
Well, yeah. Football is just generic.
yeah.
There's not much more they can do with that.
I don't think there's anything else I've been playing recently. No. Yeah. So a bit of news on the toy front. Apparently, they've got a series 2 of Zomlings coming out. I don't know whether you know what I'm talking about.
Zomlings, didn't they come in like little stylized houses?
Yeah,
Little auto cabins for cases and something like that?
Yeah, you can buy them separately, like one in a pack without the house, which is about 50p. And then you can buy ones in houses, which are about £1. And then I think you can buy bigger ones, but apparently you can stack the houses and make like a village, like a town with them, and you store them in the houses. But I think Dan and me were tweeting Zomlings earlier because they said they've got a second series coming out with like gold ones and certain other ones. So it does look really, really good. I'm quite looking forward to that. Didn't I read on?
Shantytown.
Yeah, didn't I read on your Twitter that you bought some toys?
Yeah.
I know you've been saying to me I'm really trying not to buy toys, but
I'm literally like I say, I mean, everything's boxed up at the moment, and it's just an absolute nightmare. And I just saw these Masters of the Universe figures.
Right.
Like it's really hard to, but they're like, it's the 2001.
Right.
Like, I don't know if it's He-Man X or He-Man whatever it is. I don't know.
Okay.
But they're kind of really weirdly stylized. They kind of have like long, elongated like bodies, and they're all sort of like really thin stomachs. Like it's really weird the way they're all haunched in their stomachs and everything, and then they've got big, super muscular tops.
Okay. You like your stylized stuff though, don't you? Because I know you bought the Power Ranger ones as well, which I'm collecting. But you bought them. You bought them in the boxes.
Yeah. Well, that was a cheap thing.
Yeah.
That was a cheap little like blind bag thing. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, these, as I say, they're just sitting there now, and it's like, what am I supposed to do with these? It's like, am I supposed to put them in a box?
Put them in my box. I'll have them.
You'll have them.
You know I'll have them.
Yeah, you'll take them off theirs, won't you?
Yep. Anything Power Rangers, you know that.
Oh, I'm talking He-Man stuff.
All right. Okay. I'll have them as well. I don't mind a bit of He-Man. I used to watch that when I was a kid.
I have the power.
I actually watched one on YouTube the other day. I think it was the one where She-Ra was first in it. There was actually a full episode, like full. This is just going to turn into one of those things now where we're just going to sing all the theme tunes, isn't it?
Well, you'll lose.
I know, because I don't know any of them. I can't even remember half of them.
You will lose. That's like, I would say that Cartoon themes of the 80s and 90s is my mastermind subject.
Oh, right, okay. So we'll get you on Mastermind, shall we? Shall we quiz you on what's what?
Just get some mastermind, and then I'll be like, right, sing this, and I'll just be singing the answers.
Uh, any new things apart from your He-Man or?
As I say, mate, it is pretty much Operation Shut Down at the moment.
And I've been missing a YouTube channel. I've
They'll,
been, I've
they'll,
been,
they'll be coming back.
I've been looking. I'm like, has he got a new video? Has he been car booting?
No, no, I haven't been car booting. I'm literally saving those pennies, mate.
Uh,
Saving those pennies. It's
well, we have 3 views apparently. Sorry, carry on.
yeah, so no car boots at the moment. I mean, car boot season is winding down. I probably will regret it when you literally got like another month left of car boots.
Yeah,
But as I say, mate, it's literally everything I want to keep is boxed in, and I've literally been like trying to really thin down what I'm collecting at the moment because I literally collect everything.
I know. I try to limit it. I try to limit what I collect, and then people keep going, oh, this is really good, and this series is really good, and I'm like, yeah, I used to like that as a kid, so now I'm collecting that, and I'm collecting this, and I'm collecting that. So yeah, I know where you're coming from.
I mean, it would literally be like games, video games, board games,
Yeah.
Lego, action figures, statues, books, DVDs. I would literally like literally be grabbing anything that I liked, I would collect.
Yeah.
And so it's literally a real kind of decision now. I was like trying to find another place to move in with my girlfriend now. So it's literally like, what do I want to collect exclusively?
Mm. It's like I picked you some bot shots up the other day, and then realised you didn't collect them anymore.
Well, at the time I really liked them and I picked them up.
I know.
But now it's just one of those things where it's not being produced anymore. So I'm not really in the mood to like hunt them all down.
Yeah.
And Lego's pretty much slowed right down to a crawl at the moment. I mean, Lego, the only thing I'm sort of collecting, if I can be bothered to like get them, is the Marvel sets,
Yeah.
because that is the one thing that I really do like is the Lego Marvel and the Lego DC, and I definitely will be continuing on with that. I've just seen that for I think it's the new Lego DC game. If you pre-order it, you get the Plastic Man minifigure.
Right. Okay.
That's definitely, I hope to be able to like grab that. But
Right.
if another like Lego Kuso movie car set comes out, I'll be definitely grabbing that because I've got
Well,
the.
I know there was a sale in Smith's. I think apparently is it Smith's or somewhere. I got an email the other day from one of the toy companies saying they got a big Lego sale. I think on. But I can't remember whether I sent you the message. I think I was gonna, and I wasn't sure whether I did or not. So
Well, you
I'm
might want to
trying.
check it. We got some questions here.
Have we? Go on then. I can't see them, so
Well, I'm just looking on. I'm looking on the page, so I'm literally like being reported as like one of the viewers.
right, okay. Because we've got two apparently. We did have three. So if
So
you've
I've
got
got one. I've got one from the Kermit Creation here.
right,
It says, "Hello, Rabbit. Love your videos. You're one of my favourite YouTubers. Thank you very much.
I
I've been
would have
watching
been
your
my
videos for
favourite YouTube.
ages. Could you just say these words? It would make my day. Go subscribe to Kermit Creation."
Right,
Nice one, Kermit.
we're gonna have to do that now, aren't we?
Oh, I've done it. And by the way, what are your thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy? Well, I actually haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet.
No, and nor have I.
I I've heard like really good things about it, and I've read most of the comic book series back in the day when it was first about, and now it's got its like little reboot, as you were.
Yeah.
Um, So I am interested to see it, and I need to see it before it shuts down on the cinemas because it's definitely one thing that I want to see. It's strange though because I haven't really seen many Marvel movies at the cinema.
No, I'm kind of hit and miss on Marvel movies, to be honest. They're good,
Oh, I
but
love them. I love them to bits, but I've
yeah,
just not.
I like them as well. But I can hit and miss on them. Like, I've got most of them. Like, well, I say 3 or 4 on Blu-ray, which is not most of them, but I've got a few. Um, so I do watch them, but I got the offer to go and see Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was just like, well, it's not really kind of a side to Marvel, the actual proper Marvel, yeah.
No,
But
it's still Marvel.
it's still Marvel, but it's kind of a side. I call it like a side project.
No,
um,
oh no, it's just because you've not heard of it. I mean,
yeah.
it's
So
definitely.
I
Let,
actually passed.
let's say it's just one of the lesser known franchises that
Yeah.
Marvel have.
I just thought Batista from the wrestling looked really funny, and I saw pictures, and it's like he just looks really weird.
Or Drax, yeah.
I think that's his name.
Yeah, Drax the Destroyer, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I actually sort of got so I got an invite to go and see it, but I passed on that. I really want to.
I really do need to see it.
Sorry.
I probably will go and see it within the hopefully next week. I'll probably get around to seeing it. But the last couple of movies, I mean, I really wanted to see the Avengers at the cinema, but I didn't do that.
I've got that on Blu-ray. I don't think I went to cinema to see that. The last Marvel one, I think I went to see at the cinema with Thor, the first.
Uh, the the last one I saw was X-Men Days of Future Past.
No, I never saw that at the cinema. In fact, I don't think I've seen that yet.
I saw that because, as I say, me and my girlfriend at the moment, we're Sunday morning routines, as you were, is literally like we're watching the old like 90s X-Men cartoon.
Oh, okay. Is that like the ones you can get in the Poundland?
I don't know, probably.
Right,
But yeah, we've been going through that, and I've been like telling her this and that about it.
right.
She's used to watch it anyway, but it's definitely one of our favourite cartoon series. And I remember Days of Future Past, and I was like, pretty sure that's a cartoon episode on. I'm pretty sure. So we got to it, and I was like, yeah, there it is, there it is,
Right.
and I was like, brilliant, loving it, and we were watching it at the cinema, and I was just loving it to pieces. It was absolutely fantastic. I think it's the best X-Men one to date, and we stayed to the end and watched it all the way through. And I'm not going to like spoil it for anyone, but
No, I've not seen it either, so don't spoil it.
yeah, I was watching right, past the credits because you have to sit there in the cinema and literally
Yeah.
you feel like a plum sitting there waiting.
I do that with every film, and everybody says to me that goes with me, why are you sitting there still? I'm like, because there might be something at the end. On any film I go and see, I'm like, I'm sitting here till the end, and I'm going to see if there's anything at the end. And everybody just says to me, why are you still sitting there? And I'm like, as I said, because I want to see the credits. But we're just like that. That's just that. That's just us, isn't it? Yeah.
But I won't ruin it for you. But I was literally having a nerdgasm there at the
Right.
end.
Well, I've enjoyed all the X-Men so far, so hopefully I will enjoy that one.
Even if I haven't seen them at the cinema, I am literally going around and buying them all up on Blu-ray. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely can't wait to get that one.
I've got I think the Wolverine and the first Wolverine on Blu-ray.
I did have some on DVD, but I am now waiting for because they've got the X-Men Blu-ray pack, which has got all the X-Men movies from one till what was the last X-Men movie before? I think it was the Wolverine one.
Yeah, I think it was.
Not
Yeah.
the first Wolverine
No, the
one, where it's
second.
like where is the Weapon X team?
Yes.
It was the other one where Wolverine's in Japan and things,
Yeah.
which was a bit. I didn't really like that one.
No. Um, a bit of news that I found the other day. I don't know whether you know about this. They're bringing. I think it's out soon, actually, September something. the Ghostbusters 30th anniversary Blu-ray for the first movie,
What's going
and
to be
also,
different on that?
a
What's going to be different on that?
I don't know. I didn't look. I just know it's coming out, and also apparently they're bringing out the first Turtles movie again on Blu-ray.
I've already got them.
Yeah, I've got them on DVD, but might be worth getting on Blu-ray depending on
Oh,
what.
I've got them both on Blu-ray.
Have you? Are they out already?
Oh, yeah, yeah, Turtles one. There was a Turtles pack. There was a triple pack. There was a one Turtles 1, 2, and 3.
No. Oh yeah, there was.
Been out for ages.
Well, apparently they're bringing out Sing, so whether it's going to be a special edition.
There'd probably be a special edition with extra features in it or something, commentary-wise. But other than that, I
Yeah.
can't see it being any different than the one that I've already got,
I
Ghostbuster.
forgot they brought that out.
Ghostbuster-wise, I love anyway.
Yeah, but it's 30th anniversary, so I would have thought there'd be some extras on that.
Ah, Ghostbusters.
We're gonna have to wrap it up in a minute, aren't we?
No, no, it's fine. It's
Are you
fine.
sure?
Yeah, I've extended the time.
Oh, okay. All right. It was my fault because I got to have dinner and that, so
Oh, you got to eat, I suppose.
I know.
Next time, don't.
No, I won't. I won't do. I'll eat afterwards.
Yeah, eat afterwards. It's a good plan.
um, I just good we couldn't get more people in really. So we got any more questions, or is that it?
That's it at the moment,
Okay.
but hopefully we'll get some other questions.
Well, it keeps dropping from two to keep going from three to two. So I'm not sure whether somebody's trying to view us or I'm not sure. I know I keep getting a load of notifications from people talking on this post.
I don't know where you would view the notifications, like you were on the last Google
Well,
Hangout.
I think when you're hosting, I don't think you can see the comments because this is what happened with Dan and. But then again, they could because they were answering questions. I'll have to ask Dan where it was because I can't see it. But I know I could do it. We had a lot of problems last time, so we're ironing them out slowly because we've got into this chat. So and
Yeah.
hopefully fingers crossed it uploads. So
Well, yeah. Fingers crossed, uploads. Otherwise, we're just talking nonsense for a bit.
yeah. Oh well. Hang on, I've got another comment now. What's this? New activity on your post. So I'm trying to think what I was going to talk about. There was a couple of things I think I was going to talk about, and I can't remember now.
Will you ever think about that for a second? Because I've got to go, like, grab myself a drink.
Oh, okay. You go grab me. So you're leaving me on my own.
I'll leave you on your own for literally like a couple of seconds. Don't worry.
Okay. So I'm just going to waffle on or something.
Yeah, you do that well. Waffle on.
Okay, waffle on. Well, this is fun. So while Black Rabbit goes and gets a drink, yeah. Um, so yeah, comment as I said. I can't see the questions, but if anybody does want to leave a question, then leave it below. I'm sure Rabbit will let me know. If you do want to leave questions, or we'll answer them in one of the next ones. Hopefully, there'll be a few more of us next time. So hopefully that will happen. We are trying to get Dan Oddpod, and a couple of others in. I think Back in the Day Toys, but we couldn't get hold. Well, I could get hold of Dan, but I couldn't get hold of Back in the Day Toys today. So comment below if you can see Rabbit's picture and you like it. Let us know what you think, because I think it looks pretty cool to be fair. And if you know how to get chat up or any things that we need to know, let us know. And I wish Rabbit had hurry up. He's just gonna leave me hanging now.
No, I'm not. I'm back.
There we go, you're back. Right, I just waffled on for about 2 minutes.
That's alright.
I haven't got a clue what I was talking about. Just off the top of my head. I was just saying if people want to leave us questions for the next time we do this, and hopefully we'll have Dan and a few others in. I'm not sure what happened to Back in the Day Toys. I couldn't get hold of him.
Oh, it's okay. Another question. What are
Well,
your thoughts on Doctor Who?
I'd rather not answer that. People always say if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Doctor Who. Now, I haven't seen any of the current new. I don't know how far back you would say new Doctor Who goes, but
Okay.
ever since they rebooted the series, I haven't watched it.
Right.
I it's one of those it's one of those things where I guess each generation loves their. It's like James Bond. Each generation has their Doctor Who or has their James
Yeah.
Bond really, and anything else you sort of try and argue that which one is the best Doctor Who. I mean, my particular Doctor Who growing up was Sylvester McCoy,
Yeah.
and to me that. I mean, Sylvester McCoy, and then I can't remember what her name was. I can't remember what her actual name was, but I know the character's name was Ace.
Right.
And she's pretty fit.
Okay. I've never seen it, but I've seen pictures and I know roughly some of the names, and I've seen unboxings of the blind bags and things, so I do know a little bit about it.
I've just not been, not really seen any of the new stuff. I mean, obviously I've seen pictures and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's just not really, I've just not got into it. Maybe, I mean, I don't know, maybe if I've sat down with someone that really liked it,
Yeah. Yeah, I
but
think I might give it a go one day, but it's not really on top of my priority list.
no, I mean, if I was to go back to Doctor Who, it would be, I would rewatch the Sylvester McCoy ones.
Yeah. I think we're more into our like I don't know what year sort of did it start? Was it 70s?
Who, what?
Was it 70s when it started?
Was it 70s it started?
No, 70s.
What do you
When did
mean?
it start? What series? What year?
What year did it start, the series?
Yeah.
Uh, like 50s?
Right, okay.
60s, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, 50s or
Way
60s.
before I was born.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think it regenerates. Like they bring a new person in like every kind of generation, don't they?
Well, yeah, but there's definitely been, I wouldn't say every generation, but definitely this reboots of Doctor Who, there's been quite a lot within the space of, but then
Yeah,
again, it probably started in 2000, probably, I don't know. Probably even less than before then, probably.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, Doctor Who, I like Doctor Who. I've just not watched any of the new stuff really. I guess I'm not really into it that much, but as I say, I really like the Sylvester McCoy ones. And one of my favourite movies is Doctor Who and the Daleks. I think it's the year. Oh God, what is it? Oh, I can't think now. 20. Oh God, it's gonna do my head in now. Anyways, Doctor Who and the Daleks with Peter Cushing.
right, okay,
And it's hilarious. I love it to pieces. I just love that film so much because it's set way in the future, but
right,
because it's filmed in like the 60s, it's really hilarious because it's filmed way in the future, but the technology hasn't evolved. It's still like set in the 1960s, and you've still got posters of like cornflakes, like of the old 60s adverts at the time still on the wall, even though it's supposed to be set way into the future. I just love that. It's like, don't even try. But then some of it's the special effects in that I think are just top notch. But
yeah. I can see a few of the questions now, and to be honest, I don't think I could answer any of them because they're all sort of Star Wars and Doctor Who, and that's not really my sort of thing. But I don't know whether you're. Apparently, there's a Star Wars one, top seven Star Wars films.
top seven,
Yeah, apparently.
I'm just trying to think. Is there seven?
I don't
No,
know.
there's not seven.
Well,
Are you saying to put them in order?
I'd probably that's Kermit again. That's Kermit creation, I think.
To put them in order. I guess that's what he's thinking. I mean, obviously, you haven't seen the seventh one because it's not
Right.
out.
I have never seen it again. I'm really, really sort of bad at this. I
Doctor
do.
Who, let me, not Doctor Who, sorry, Star Wars. Where to put them in order?
Answer any of them because they're all sort of Star Wars and Doctor Who. Oh, here we go. That's not really my sort of thing. But I don't know whether you're. Apparently, the Star Wars on top 7 Star Wars films. I've actually got the Google Hangout going myself.
Well, you want to stop doing that yourself because you're getting loads of feedback and echo.
I know. Sorry, I was trying to read the comments. Here we go. I've got the comments now. Sorry about that, everyone. If anybody's watching, I think we have Kermit watching. Okay. So yeah, there's the Doctor Who. I've heard that this the new Doctor at the moment's quite a good one. I know a lot of people quite like him. I think a lot of people don't like him, but I've heard that he's from friends of mine that he's quite a good take on it, if that's the word.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are, top 6. Sorry, least fave to fave.
Top 6.
Yeah.
Least favourite to favourite.
Least fave to favourite. Yeah.
Okay, right. I'll take the helm on this one then, since you don't know anything about it.
Right.
God, let's have a think. Least favourite would be. I don't know. I kind of like it, but it's like, which one is the worst one? I guess I'm gonna have to say Phantom Menace.
I think Dan would probably agree with you on that one.
But I kind of like bits in Phantom Menace. I guess it's
the only bit I've seen is the bit Dan showed on his channel when I forgot his name, the dude gets his tongue electrocuted.
Jar Jar.
And I was laughing at that so much. But that's the only bit I've ever seen of any film.
Oh, okay, well, I'm going to say Phantom Menace then is my least favourite, even though there are great bits in that. I love it because of the battle droids, basically. I think the battle droids are brilliant, even though the whole thing is very much kid-friendly.
Okay.
Next favourite, next one up on the list, I would probably say... Oh, God, I would probably say Star Wars. I'd probably say the original.
Right.
A New Hope. It's just so long in the tooth, that one, and
yeah,
some bits of it are just, you just get on with it, and there's loads of bits that I don't like in New Hope. The main bit I just can't get on with is,
okay.
I watch films very differently to other people. Let's just put it that way.
Because doesn't the newer one start before this one, like the one you just mentioned?
Yeah, all the newer ones are like a prequel, obviously, towards the third, and then the next number 7 film is after the last one.
Right.
But the bit I don't like in the New Hope, or A New Hope, is the fact that you get the end of the film and they're trying to blow up the rebel base on the rebel planet, and they've got a Death Star, but they're waiting. What's happening is there's a planet between the Death Star and the rebel base. The rebel base is on like a moon or something.
Right.
So they're literally waiting for the rebel base to come around the planet's orbit, so the Death Star can literally shoot the planet and then blow it to pieces.
Okay.
But the Death Star is a planet destroyer. So you're sitting there waiting half an hour for the thing to come round in orbit, the rebel base, and I'm just sitting there thinking, just blow the planet up that's in front of it. There's no I know there's like building suspension and tents and everything. Just that would be me. It'd be like, fire, blow the planet up, and then refire, and then blow up the base. Done.
Yeah.
End of the rebellion. Bish bash bosh.
but they don't do that, I guess.
No, they don't do that. They don't do that at all. Okay, so it would be New Hope then. I guess it would be Revenge of the Sith,
Right.
just because again it's sort of like it's close. That's the last one before A New Hope. It sort of then follows and then sort of tries to tie everything off really quickly so that it can link into the next film. But I think it's a bit messy. They don't finish off everything.
Right.
I guess after that, then it would be Attack of the Clones. I kind of like that one because it's got absolutely epic battle scenes in that one.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like the
All
battlefields
the
and that.
Jedi's are all like waving around and getting done in. I like that one. And then after that, I would probably say Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
But I don't know. There's some really great bits in Empire Strikes Back, and there's some really. I think it's one of the dullest ones, but it's really high up because of the Hoth battle. I
Right.
love the Hoth battle with the snow speeders roping the ropes around the old 8080 walkers. And then it's just, it's pretty much the main bit that I watch in that is that particular scene. It's like the first bit, because it just literally just kicks straight off into that, and that's why I like Empire Strikes Back. And then obviously the first one that I like, my favourite, is Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Uh, what can be said about that? It's just got everything, as far as I'm concerned. It's got the whole bits at the beginning with Jabba the Hutt, and one of my favorite characters is Princess Leia, but it's not Princess Leia. It's Princess Leia in the Bruges bounty hunter armor, and
Right. Okay.
I just like the language, yaddo, yaddo, and I just love all that. The stuff that she talks out of the visor with and that is brilliant. Then it's got the Rancor, and it gets the the Gamorrean guards get eaten by the Rancor. That's pretty cool. I like the speeder bikes in it because it's got the Scout Trooper. That's one of my other favorite
I
characters.
must admit though, some of the vehicles do look quite cool in it.
Oh yeah.
I've seen the toys like when you've sort of done your toy hauls and a few other people, Dan and when you've been car boots and stuff and like back in the day toys and I've seen reviews on the toys and stuff and it does look cool, but just something I've never really been into.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I can't really comment on these. People are giving me questions that I can't really comment on. It's all you. They're all your fans.
Well, you just have to like watch all this stuff, mate. There you are. You've got your viewing now. Get on to stores.
And apparently we've got 4 or 5 viewers now, according to this. But I think we're going to have to cut it short soon because we're on nearly an hour.
No, that's alright. I'm alright for a bit more.
Okay.
Just keep chatting and then you don't hear me anymore.
Right, okay. That's going to be interesting. What was I going to mention? I was going to talk about something. I've been collecting the Turtles Classics, the figures. So, yeah. I know you've got a few.
Total classic figures, yeah.
Turtles, the Classic Collection.
Yeah, no, I like the Total Classic collection.
Yeah.
I think they're a bit badly made.
I've
Once
not
you
actually
get them
opened
out of
them.
the packaging, they're not as great.
Right, okay.
They're a bit loose in the joints. I mean, they're supposed to be quite good because they're like super hyperposability and everything, but
Yeah.
I find it quite difficult without like trying to super glue bits together. But I definitely turtle wise, they are good. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, because it's like it's the cartoon, it's the original cartoon style. So
I'm looking for new ones though. So they're bringing
I
on.
I like the villains more. So I'm really
Yeah.
hoping they do more villains for this line. I like them to continue the line in the cartoon style because I really would like to see a definite a Shredder, a Baxter, a Rat King.
Yeah,
I would definitely like to see. I know you pointed out that they were making a Krang as well, but
yeah,
when I saw the picture, I was like, well, that's wasted. I'd rather have like
yeah. Because you wanted the body, didn't you?
I want the Krang in the suit. I mean, that would just sell so
Yeah,
well. It would probably knock down the value of the original one.
yeah,
Because if they made one this size, in this scale, then it would probably be 1.5 times the size of the turtles. It would probably be like half the figure bigger.
yeah.
But it
Because
would just be so
because
good.
one that we saw was the pink
It's
Krang.
just Krang. It's just the brain.
It was Krang, wasn't it? In the like a walker suit thing. It
Yeah,
was.
it's just his little. It's just the suit. It's not really a suit, but it's the thing he has when he's not in his suit. He's just on
Yeah,
wheels and he drives around.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't very big at all. I think I heard they were doing some villains, but I'm not sure. Um, I know the next wave is going to be the 90s, the first movie Turtles. I think that's the next wave in America.
Oh, hang on a minute. I got a question here.
Yeah, I've just seen it, the movie one.
What? How about best movie rabbit?
Yeah, Bugs
Bug,
Roger.
Bugs Roger, the one in the Holy Grail. It's a wee bunny. Oh, best movie rabbit. Well, I would have to say Action Jackman. That the best movie rabbit. Oh, thinking about it now, really thinking. But the one that I sort of base, kind of like where my namesake comes from, is the Black Rabbit from Watership Down.
Ah,
If you've seen Watership Down, that is.
I think years ago.
It's a very sad film.
Yeah, I think I've
Then
seen.
again, I kind
I
of
know
like
what you're on
depressing
about.
films.
My one, I did enjoy Roger Rabbit. Bugs Bunny, I do love Space Jam.
Oh
So
no. Mm.
I think it's a good movie. It was. Are we going to disagree on this one?
Yeah, we're going to disagree heavily on that one. I didn't.
Okay, I enjoyed it.
I
I
like it
haven't-
for the fact that it's live action mixed with animation again, and there's not enough of those for my liking.
yeah, I like Bugs Bunny. I've always kind of liked the Warner Brothers
Don't like Bugs Bunny. Don't
cartoon.
like it at all. He's too cocky. Don't like it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say Bugs Bunny, even though that question wasn't really for me, but I'm gonna answer anyway.
You're just gonna, stake it down and just sort of stake your claim as to like Bugs
Yeah,
Bunny. But no, I would definitely say Watership Down. Although then there is the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I do,
yeah.
I do like that. I do
Uh,
like him. I wish, but no, I would say, oh God, at the moment it would be the Watership Down Rabbit, as I'm
right.
now really scouring my mind as to try and think of other rabbits in films.
Um, I'm not sure. There was Lola Bunny. You could have Lola.
Oh,
You could
there's
have
Harvey
Lola.
the Rabbit, but you never see him. That's a good
um,
film. I do like that one actually, Harvey the Rabbit.
yeah.
Uh,
Bucky O'Hare wasn't he a rabbit?
yeah, but it's not a film.
Well, no, but you could you could have it. I'll give you that one.
Then again, I do like the rabbit in Moonwalker as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like in the game. I review. I think I reviewed the game or something on my
What,
channel.
Moonwalker?
No, the Michael Jackson one for the PSVR.
What, Moonwalker?
Kind of. It's like it's all the. It's like the dance games you get on like Xbox and that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's that, but for the Vita, you just use your fingers. But with the Vita one, it plays out the video, and you have to do the dance moves to the video.
Speed demon,
But you get the rabbit at the side of you in the video that he's in. I can't remember which video it is.
Speed demon.
Yeah, that's the one. And you get the rabbit in the whole
Speed.
video. I love that. I think that's brilliant. I love playing that game. My comments aren't showing up again, and I know we've got some new ones.
New ones is, do you collect pop figures? They're sweet. I don't know
I've
what you mean by pop figures.
pop vinyl figures. The Snarf that I've got.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, pop vinyl. Yeah, no, I actually like pop vinyl figures.
I
It's
love them.
something that I could easily get carried away in collecting if
Yeah,
I was so inclined to.
you
I've
said
had a
that to
few
me a
of
few
them
times.
from the subscription boxes, like the nerd blocks and things. I've had a few of them pop in with that, and it's definitely made me really want to like get some. But if I was to collect them, which I probably will one day, but I will probably get them from. I'd probably get like a small selection from like my favorite films and things.
Yeah,
Because I know they got the Ghostbusters, so I would definitely love to have
yeah.
the Marshmallow Man. That would be.
There's turtles.
I wouldn't get the turtle ones.
No, I think Dan's got a couple of them.
I know that Odd Pod's got a
Yeah,
turtle one, but I've got enough turtle figures that I don't really would want a turtle one. I like
right.
them, but it would definitely not be in my say like top 10 pop vinyl
Okay.
figures. It would be
I
more like horror things and like Breaking Bad and uh,
Yeah,
Hulk and
there's Game of Thrones, I think.
well, I don't particularly like Game of Thrones.
No, I don't either, but I'm just putting it out there. There's Game of Thrones one.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't like Game of Thrones, but because I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I've seen the first two episodes, and that's about
right.
it. But definitely, if I could see myself, I want to get carried away in collecting pop vinyl figures because I know there's a lot. I mean, I guess one of my newest collections is Kotobukiya figures.
Right. Is that the like UGC?
Bushuju figures. They're like the kind of like anime style, like Marvel women.
Right. Okay.
Or Bushuju, I think means beautiful woman or something, or beautiful statue or something like that in Japanese. I'm not
Right.
100% sure, but it's definitely one of my newest collections, I guess, because I've got Spider Woman and Mystique, and I've got Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, okay.
And I know that they've now announced Jubilee and She-Hulk, and well, I need
Are
that
they the
She-Hulk
same
figure.
ones are they the same ones that are doing these Street Fighter?
Yes, yes, yeah,
Because there's a cameo out, isn't there?
yeah. There's a cameo,
I
and
saw a review on
just
that. It looks absolutely amazing.
they've released the other one. I can't think what her name is though.
No, I know who you mean. I've seen that one as well.
She's got massive legs. I mean, I know they've got Chun-Li,
Right.
and I can't think what the other one's called. I can't think what her name is. It's escaped me off the top of their heads.
No,
But
I
yeah,
can't.
it's the same company that does that because they've got the Tekken ones and
Right.
they haven't got any DC. They've just got Marvel and
Okay.
stuff. But
Yeah,
it's
but
that's
doesn't Play Arts do the DC ones?
Play Arts. No,
I thought they were doing like the Batman Arkham City ones.
or maybe I'm not 100% sure.
Right. You've got a couple of questions here.
Have I?
Yeah. Are you going to play Skylanders Trap Team? And that's from Toby Lavin. I'm hoping I said that right.
Skylanders Trap Team. Well, I didn't play Swap Force. I played obviously Spyro's Adventures and Skylander Giants, and I got heavily into those. And
Yeah.
I kind of burnt myself out in the collecting spree of those games. So that when Swap Force came out, I got a few figures, but I did not play Swap Force. I think I probably will. I mean, I've got the only ones I've got really of Skylander figures now. I've sort of buried them away and got rid of some of them really to sort of fund other collections because obviously I wasn't playing the game anymore. But
Yeah.
I've still got all the undead figures, so it's definitely the
Yeah.
undead is my favorite
Did you see
element.
did you see the new one they've just unveiled today? I think it was. It's Eyeball, but it's the small mini version.
They've always had a small mini one of that one.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called.
I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think because I'm not 100% sure, but I think because my favorite character in Skylanders is Hex. I love Hex.
Yeah, you told me that before.
Well, I may have told you, but not everyone
I
else.
know, I was just saying.
But I think they've got a small Hex coming out as well
Yeah, I think they have. There's quite a few actually.
because
There's quite a few. They've been announcing quite a few of them.
I've not really been that into it. I mean, I am now that it's coming up close to the kind of release date, and I am sort of like keeping my eyes peeled for it because I'm interested to see what they come out with. And but luckily enough, what was the kind of crux for me on Trap Team is I will play Trap Team because it's
Yeah,
definitely got me back into viewing it again.
yeah,
But the one thing is because when Trap Team was announced to be released, all these other great games that I wanted were supposed to be coming out at the same time. So it was literally like, what game do I get?
yeah,
Do I spend like the 35 quid or whatever it is to get a game that I'm going to play, or do I spend the 35 quid plus X amount of figures that I'm going to need
yeah.
to get that? But since all of my other games that I want to get are now sort of been put back, I will probably definitely heavily look at Trap
Exactly.
Team.
Well, just before you do that, I did get an email the other day from Smith, and for anybody in the UK that's got a Smith near them, apparently, um, what Force is only £20 starter pack at the moment.
That's what out of the three figures.
With the three figures, you get the portal and you get the game for 20 quid at the moment. It's a special offer. And for anybody that hasn't got the giant,
Anyone who's been living under a rock, basically.
yeah, well, I haven't got it yet. I may pick it up at that price if I can get to a Smith quick enough. Um, but the thing is, if I do go there, then I'm gonna have to go and get my last turtle that I need for my collection, because you know I'm gonna end up buying that.
No, don't know what you mean.
Uh,
I,
so
what you mean?
what?
That you're going to end up buying that as well?
I'll end up buying the turtle as well to complete the collection. The the classics one, the Donatello I need.
Yeah, but you can't. What I'm saying is, you can't. You can't not go into a shop and get that, and then not pick up your other figure, can you?
Oh no, yeah, no, yeah,
You can't resist it, can you? But going back to it,
yeah. Sorry.
yes, I will probably be getting Trap Team Win, and if I don't know yet what to get it on, you see, because although I will probably get it on the Xbox, I kind of am holding off buying anything Xbox related because obviously I really want to get an Xbox One.
Yeah,
So, and I'm really waiting. Well, one thing I've got to save up for it, and the next thing is I'm trying to wait for enough good titles that I want to play
yeah,
because again, touching back on what we spoke earlier, sort of having a game and then making it last.
yeah,
Uh, I want to do that, but literally I want to try and play the game, finish it before I move on to another. But I don't want to have that kind of gap because I know loads of people when the new consoles came out, people are obviously, I've done that before. I've bought myself a new console on release day and then played the launch game that I got with it, and then sort of had it sitting there collecting dust for ages, waiting for the next kind of like titles to be released.
yeah. I when I bought my Vita, I ended up buying I think FIFA with it, and that's all. I kind of got a bit disappointed because I was like, well, that's all I got to play now until I can afford a new game. So yeah, I can kind of see, it's like you need a couple. When you buy a console, you need to get more than one game, I think, with it, or you get a bit sort of stuck. Uh,
Exactly, exactly.
I'm just looking up Smith at the moment because I'm sure one of the Skylanders starter packs was $9.99 on the Wii U, but I can't remember which one. I don't want to sort of give anybody any false information. But yeah, you've got a couple of you've got Hi Rabbit. You are my favorite YouTuber, and you inspired me to be a collector. That's from Shadow Productions.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Shadow. All I can say is to you, I've just said to you, is just keep collecting, my friend, and you may start out small, but always collect what you like. That's what I could say to anyone out there, basically. If you're going to start collecting, just there's two ways of doing things collecting wise, I guess. There's either collecting things for monetary value and then sort of trying to sell on for something else, or they're sort of collecting just for the passion of just like, I've got to try and finish this set. I mean, I remember starting off small back in like when I was a wee bunny,
Yeah.
and that was like rubbers and like erasers and things like that. Literally, I don't know if you ever went there, because they used to have like all these stylized erasers, and I've still got a whole like collection of them still, where they were like dartboards and painters
Yeah.
palettes and cameras, and they had all these like crazy things, and that was
Yeah.
like
I
my
wish I was doing
first little thing really into the collector's field, basically.
when I was younger, it was really all about sort of blind bags and sort of like stickers and sticker
Yeah,
albums.
it was sticker books. It was sticker books that really sort of got you into it, and they don't really, although they have got it a little bit, but they've
Yeah,
not got as many as they used to have. But
yeah, you can
definitely, I
definitely
think
still get
that
them.
like the first theory. But yeah, thanks, Shadow. I mean, I'm glad that I've inspired you to collect.
So
Put in the
going off,
comments what you are collecting.
so going off of it, sorry, going on the subject that Shadow mentioned, I'm going to ask you now. It's probably going to be quite hard because it is for me. But what's your favorite YouTuber to watch?
My favorite YouTuber to watch.
Yeah. I know I'm going to struggle with this one as well, but I just thought it might be an interesting question to ask.
Uh, I don't know really.
I'll give you go on then top three. Let's see if we can do it that way.
The
Might
top
be easier.
three YouTubers.
Are we still struggling?
I'm still struggling. I'm gonna have to. You're gonna have to put that one on hold for a later date
Okay.
because I can't think. I don't really watch that many other YouTubers.
I watched quite a few, so it's quite difficult for me, but I will give you three now. I will say Rabbit.
Thank you.
I will say you, because you are one of the. I do look for your videos all the time. Oddpod, can't not say Oddpod. And I'd probably go with Pixel Dan. I love Pixel Dan's videos. And I'll go for another one as well, because I do like Shardamus Prime
Oh yeah, Shadimus Prime. Yeah.
and back in the day toys, but I could probably pick about 10. Um,
Probably go on and on and on and on and
yeah.
on.
So I'll just say those for now. Shardamus Prime, Oddpod, blackrabbit3333, um, Pixel Down. I'm not sure I said it. I can't remember. There's about five I'd say so far. But I watched quite a few videos, and but I'd say they were some of my favourites. Okay. Question to both of us: first computer or console, and first game you ever got into. Mine was a G700, 700, I think 7000 with Gunfighter. I am old, haha. Action Jackson. My first console or computer. My first console that I remember, I think, was either my Master System or my Game Gear. And my first game probably was one of the Sonics. Um, I always wanted a Mega Drive, but never got one until now. I've got one now, but um, yeah, I think it was definitely Game Gear or Master System, and I had the light gun with it, so probably similar to the Gunfighter. Um, but yeah, I don't know what yours now. I don't know whether your first computer or console.
First computer or console?
Yeah, and then first game.
Or first computer and console?
It just says first computer slash console, so I'm not sure. My first computer, I can't remember. I think it was a. I think my dad got one made by a company.
My let's see. Going back. That's not hard for me. I got quite a good memory. My first computer was the Commodore VIC-20.
Right, yeah, I got a. You know,
Commodore VIC-20, and my first game, well, I got a whole host of games actually, was Panzer Duel.
right, okay,
Panzer Duel, basically, obviously Panzer tanks, and literally you had a randomly generated hill put in front of your tanks, and you literally had to type in these values for like angle of the gun and then power of the shot, and you literally just like opposed of each tank on the side of the hill and put in your elevation, your angle, and then put in your power between 1 and like 100, I think,
okay.
and then you literally entered it, and the shot went doo, and it had and the little lines followed, and then it sort of exploded either on. That was fantastic. That game, I loved that.
I do remember that I did have a Commodore 64 and a Spectrum ZX. But I think that was after like my Game Gear and like it. I got it later on.
I was going to say you got a game, and then you got a Commodore 64. That's a heck of a lot later on.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think we got given it by like a family friend, and I remember playing like Transformers.
Well, that was awful.
I know it was. There was like I think I remember playing Transformers. I think it was like Super Ted. There was like Rockman, things like that. I remember playing the tape. You put the tape in, and I remember playing those. Yeah, I remember playing that Transformers quite a lot, and it was so bad. But yeah. Um, so if you want, I don't know, first console for me, as I said, probably Game Gear and Master System. But at a later date, I remember getting via a friend I think Commodore 64 or Spectrum ZX. Um, so yeah, I don't know if we've got any more questions. I think I missed one actually. I can't remember. Um, oh yeah, what's your favorite horror film? I'm not really into horrors, but I have watched a few. I would probably say, like, they're not really horrors, but Scream trilogies, or I know they're not really horrors, but
Horror films.
yeah,
I like horror films, and there isn't much that shocks me
yeah.
or
I
scares.
remember that on our last comment. Our last
Yeah,
comment.
I was trying to touch on that. There literally isn't. I guess you could say I've seen them from a very very early age, and I am 100% desensitized to anything. And it also is the way that I watch films as well, because I'm very much interested in like special effects and
Yeah,
continuity. So when I watch a film, I'm always watching the background and how things are done, or if it's a thriller, I'm constantly trying to work it out and solve it. So I watch films a lot differently than other people, which is annoying for most people because then I end up remembering everything and then quoting the heck out of everything before everything's happened. But so I've seen a lot of horror films, but a favorite horror film, I think my favorite. Oh God, that is a tough question. But I would, at the moment, I would probably say Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
right.
The
I've actually got
original.
another one. I'll actually say this is actually kind of a horror. It was the See No Evil with Kane from the WWE. And
That's lame.
I quite like that. That was quite scary, to be fair.
I do like I do like all the new ones that are quite good. The like the Insidiouses and
Right.
the Conjuring and things like that because they're taking it to the next level,
Right.
and I like that. But
Wasn't there one called Oculus or something?
yeah, I haven't seen Oculus yet.
You see, a friend. This is quite funny because I was around a friend's house, and apparently they looked up Oculus. They were looking at when it was on and that, and it came up with this Oculus Rift,
Yeah, I've seen
and they got
Oculus
really
Rift. That's not
confused.
very good.
The Oculus Rift.
Yeah, that's not very good.
I'm hoping to play that soon. It's meant to be like a really good console, but well, not console, but like an idea. But we'll see. I'll let you know my thoughts when I've played it.
But yeah, definitely, I would say Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I like the whole
Right.
series, but I like the original one the most because it is. In fact, there's two. There's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is it was like very first, and it's just absolutely relentless in
Okay.
its pursuit to sort of freak you out. And then the
Yeah.
one that gave me that feeling again, that was like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is a Rob Zombie film called Devil's Rejects.
Right. I think I've heard that.
And Devil's Rejects is kind of on the. It was just the same kind of feel. It's like it was just kind of like bam, 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 relentless in like all these shock factors, and it was like it was very good. I enjoyed it, but then again, well, like I said, there's not much that freaks me out or grosses me out, or
Yeah.
I just sit there and just watch it and was like, hmm. So I'm pretty much on a challenge at the moment, trying to find a film that will like freak me out, but
Yeah, we
it,
had this problem with you before because
it's
when we
not happened yet.
when we were talking in that conversation before in the other hangout we did, you were just like, nope, nothing scares me at all.
Yeah, nothing film-wise, obviously, nothing scares me. When you sit down and you watch a film that is said to be scary, I mean, no, I mean things like Saw that are gross, things like psychological scares, no, gross scares, anyways, like that. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I would say,
Yeah,
is definitely,
I'm more tame sort of horror. I won't really watch real scary movies.
well, it isn't scary.
No.
Child's Play. Give me Child's Play though.
Yeah. Apparently we've got another question. Favorite Pokemon game?
Favorite, well, earlier. So who's this from?
This is from Shadow Productions again.
Okay, Shadow. Well, I don't know if you were viewing or listening in earlier when I was talking about what games that we've been playing, and I said that I've been playing Pokemon X, and Pokemon X is like the only game in the series bar Red and Blue that I've played. So I had this huge gap of like missing out all these games. I mean, I did play. Oh, they're not even really games, are the Pokemon stadiums? They're just sort of like graphical updates for you to like load your Pokemon into and just have a little battle with,
Then
really.
there was the trading card game that you couldn't really call a game either, could you?
No, I've not played that, but then again, I have played the actual Pokemon trading card game,
Yeah.
so it's a kind of a bit of a cheat. But I would actually say the actual Pokemon, the actual physical card game, I think is
Yeah,
my favorite.
that's fair enough. I've only really played emulators. Um, I played like I think Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow on emulator now and again. But I think my favorite would probably be Pokemon X. I'd probably have to go with that because I've been playing that with Rabbit and a few others. So yeah, I'd probably say Pokemon X.
Have you played any others?
As I said, I've played like, Red, Blue, Yellow on the like on emulators, but not actually physical copies.
Right. Have you ever played the card game?
I
Have
played
you ever played any card games like that?
um I do collect the Power Rangers TCG is it called. Um but I don't really play it. I just collect the cards. If I buy cards I just do it really to collect the cards because I like like the designs or things like that. I've never really played card games, which sounds a bit weird, but I would if there was a game like out there that say you or Dan wanted to play. I'd play it, but yeah, I've not really actually gone out and played a physical card game. Probably should, but I know Dan's got some of the Pokemon cards, so maybe I can get him to teach me and play.
It is. I mean, it is cheap to play.
Yeah,
It can be as cheap or as expensive as you want it to be because Pokemon trading card blister packs or
yeah, they're
art packs
expensive.
are
They're
pretty
expensive now.
expensive.
From what they used to be, because I used to collect them. I got rid of them. But from what they used to be, I used to pick like packs up for like big booster packs for like £3. They're now like 10, 15 quid each.
No,
Like the tins and that.
yeah, but to start playing the Pokemon game, you're
Oh right.
looking at £10, and that's just for a starter pack.
Yeah, I think I
And
had the first starter pack that ever came out.
and I think that's pretty cheap for it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I'll sort something out one day. I don't know. Have I got any more questions? I don't know. We've been live for 49 minutes and 27 seconds.
49 minutes.
Yeah, apparently, according to. Oh no, maybe not. I'm not sure. That's what it says on my. That's what it's saying on my Google Plus. Anyway, kind
Uh,
of hoping they're still live. Anyway, yeah,
yeah, it's probably not live.
there we are live. I've just checked.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah,
We're not just sitting here just talking to ourselves.
probably.
I'm just
No,
literally rabbiting on.
no, we're definitely live. Rabbits rabbiting on.
Yeah, rabbiting on.
Saying we've got 2 viewers, but on here it's saying 3 viewers, so I don't know which one's lying.
I don't know. I mean, I've sort of like I've popped a link in, but I think I need to give it more
Yeah,
time. I mean, obviously, and people are coming in off of my channel and having a look. So I think next time I'll like give it a time.
yeah.
Say like,
I just was on my computer, which I'm not very regular, and I thought, oh, we'll see if we can do a hangout, and then like everybody was busy, so it's like, oh, great. We wanted to test it out anyway, didn't we? So we just thought we'd do a test,
well, yeah, just sort of like having a quick test and.
quick test. It's been on for probably an hour or so.
Oh, question,
Uh,
question, question.
no, I've never played Hero Quest. I've seen it out and about, but I've never played it.
Hero Quest. Oh yeah,
Because Action Jackson says, "Do you ever play Hero Quest? And if so, which is your hero? Which hero were you?"
yeah, I've played Hero Quest. I've played Hero Quest. In fact, I've got 4 copies of it upstairs. There was at a car boot sale. Um, someone was selling it. It was like a whole bunch of them. It was like 4 copies of Hero Quest, 2 copies of no, 3 copies of Space Crusade, 1 copy of Space Hulk, and then a whole box of other like figures. And that was like 35 quid. And I was like, yes, please.
Okay. Is this similar to? Because I've seen it out and about. Is this similar to the like workshop games thing?
Yeah. It's a Games Workshop game.
Right. Okay.
But the Hero Quest was, oh God, I think it's 1989.
Right.
Um, the TV ad for it is fantastic.
Okay.
I remember seeing that first. I was like, wow, that looks amazing. But Hero Quest is brilliant. I love it. I'm trying to actually, because with my friends, we tend to have every like month we have at least 2 like board game evenings, and I'm trying to like I'm basically the instigator of all board games, so I'm trying to get them into Hero Quest, but
Right.
we shall be playing that later. But which hero were you?
Apparently,
Oh, I generally wasn't the hero.
you were the bad guy.
Well, I would be the bad guy in like made up missions. But if I was to pick a hero, which sometimes you had to be, I wouldn't be the dwarf. No, I'd probably be I'd probably be the barbarian because
Right. Okay.
back then I was watching things like Conan the Barbarian and playing
Yeah.
Barbarian 2 on the Commodore 64, which is an
So you
absolutely
just want to go around hitting
fantastic
and
game.
killing
Have you ever
everybody.
played Barbarian on the Commodore?
No.
Barbarian or Barbarian 2, depending on which one you have. Barbarian is like, how many more times can I say Barbarian without
I know.
making it
Yeah.
sound funny? But the first one is literally you're in a pit and you're literally like one-on-one fighting, and then the second one is literally you're running around the landscape. But the main selling point for it is you would be fighting with these giant swords like in Conan,
Okay.
and but you'd have this move where you press back on the joystick and then press the button, the fire button, and you would literally do this massive like kind of like roundhouse move. You would spin around with your sword, and if you timed it right, you lopped off the other opponent's head. And the head just went boom, 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 and just bounced around, and it was like, oh, it was fantastic. It was brilliant. So yeah, Action Jackman, I would probably say the Barbarian if I was being a hero.
Right. Shadow Productions, who have been live for an hour and 34, which is a bit longer now.
Well, it's probably that's pretty good for two people just waffling on.
I know, yeah, and we've got questions as well, which is good.
Well, we just did this as a kind of like a random test type thing, so
Yeah, definitely.
pose the question if they want to see it, if they want to do it again, and we'll do it again.
Well, we've got something else, I think. Hang on.
Something else?
Somebody else. My thing's just dinged my iPod. Um, check. Oh yeah. Haha, yes, Barbarian 2. Lobbing off heads classic. Action Jackson.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's one of the top selling points for the game. Also, here's another fun bit of fact for you. Then the front cover of Barbarian
Right.
on the artwork, because it was a photograph, I remember. But the person who was posing for the picture of the Barbarian on the artwork was Wolf from Gladiators.
Yeah, I've read that somewhere. I've seen a picture of it.
Yeah, so it was Wolf from Gladiators as the Barbarian back in like 80. I think it was 87. I think that came out.
Right. Wasn't Gladiators 90s or was that 80s?
What? Gladiators?
That,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was like 90, 92, 93.
Right.
No, maybe even less. I think it was about 90.
I
Yeah,
remember. I
it was
remember
around about
watching.
93, 94. I would say my favorite Gladiator would be Jet.
Yeah, mine too.
Jet, and
My
then
dad
at a
actually,
push, my backup would be Lightning. But
my dad met two of them and got me the autographs, but I can't remember who they were. And it was one of the girls and one of the boys, one of the girls and one of the boys, but I can't remember.
oh, Jet was. It's
It
just like
wasn't yet.
every time it was Hang Tough, I was like, God, please let it be Jet.
Right.
Please let
Apparently,
Jet be Hang Tough.
yeah. Action Jackson says, "Cool board game fan. Other retro faves."
Huh?
I don't know. I'm assuming he means retro board games, maybe.
Let me see if I can't see if the question. Cool board game. Yeah, I'm a board game fan. Other retro faves. Other games I like playing. Obviously, one of the ones I've been hunting for a long time, and actually back in the day, Toys has actually found it for me.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah,
I'm working on trying to get that from him.
yeah.
I remember getting it when I was 10 or 8 actually. Actually, I think it was 8. I remember getting it. I remember the Christmas I got it, and that was Lost Valley of the Dinosaurs from Waddington's, and that is That is one of those games that I've been after for a long, long time.
Yeah,
I managed to purchase its sister game, which is Escape from Atlantis.
right.
And literally, Escape from Atlantis, I can explain this more than I can Lost Valley of the Dinosaurs because I haven't played it for a long time. But Escape from Atlantis is you have all these hexagons and they make up 3 tiers of an island. So you have like the beach and then the grass area and then the mountain area. So they all
Okay.
go up in higher tiles. And the idea is you get all these little pegs, these little people. You get like 10 people each. And the idea is you have to sort of get on boats and then sail to these 4 islands that are on the corner of the board. But
Right.
every turn, another part of the island. So first all the sand gets removed, then all the grass, and then all the mountain areas. But every time you take away a piece, you either get a boat, a whirlpool, a kraken, or an octopus, and then they all do different things. And you're literally trying to swim. And there's a dolphin as well. You're literally trying to get to the end.
Okay.
But I picked that up at a car boot sale, Escape from Atlantis, and I was like so chuffed to get this. I just went, I was like, oh god, because I've been hunting for Escape for Lost Valley of the Dinosaurs. And
Yeah.
as I was walking around this car boot sale, it must have been from the same seller, but a woman had Lost Valley of the Dinosaurs, and I was just like,
Man.
oh my! I actually felt like going up to her and offering her like probably way more than it was actually worth because
Yeah.
I was just gutted that I missed out on that one.
Well, you've got it now, haven't you? But I know it's missing a lot of pieces.
I've actually picked up a fair few amount of like pieces,
Oh, you're okay then.
so pieces I've probably got, so I'll probably be able to mash together something. But other games, Game of Life, Go for Broke, Loopin' Louie, I particularly like.
Right.
Loopin' Louie is crazy. It's basically this kind of all it is this like motorized pivot point where this little guy on a plane flies around,
Okay.
and you've got all these paddles like Hungry Hungry Hippo, which
Yeah.
is another great one, although the world's noisiest game.
Yeah. Definitely.
Only second to Kaplunk when all the marbles drop.
I remember.
And Perfection, that's noisy as well if you've ever played Perfection.
Yeah.
That timer is the loudest thing ever. But anyway, Loopin' Louie, you literally have these paddles and you have to hit them so that you hit the plane and it avoids, because you've got these little discs which have got chickens on, and he's trying to like kill all the chickens basically.
Right.
So if he hits them, the disc rolls off, so you get 3 discs. But you've got to try and like hit it and bounce him back up in the air, and he does all these loop-the-loops and pivots and spins back. Brilliant. Loopin' Louie, check it out. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, there's tons of retro games.
Yeah. I remember like playing sort of like. Oh, I'm trying to think now. Like a roll and rat game I used to have. I can't remember how you played it, but I remember there was like. I think it was just like a normal sort of board game where you went down with these counters and you got card questions, things like that. I remember playing the roll and rat game we had years ago, and like Monopoly and Scrabble. Your normal, nothing. Apparently, they've got a Temple Run board game out. Not quite sure how that
Yeah,
works.
they've got Temple Run. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've not bought it yet. But
No, I've
actually,
seen it quite cheap and always passed it like £3. I think I've seen it and still passed it up. I just don't know how it works.
so we've got Action Jackman here, and he
I
said
know, yeah, I noticed.
he's
A
got
lot, a lot of
Lost
questions.
Valley. I have that. Yep, great for you, Jack. The pterodactyl was always broken. Do I remember Torpedo Run? Yep, I got Torpedo Run. It's like the world's longest board.
Right.
It always hurts though, because you have the little submarines and you've got the rubber bands, and you always come away with injuries. Key to the Kingdom. Yeah, I've got Key to the Kingdom. Action Jackman may remember this if he remembers Torpedo Run, but it's brilliant. I would actually say this is probably one of the best board games you could possibly buy on the market back then, and it is Crossbows and Catapults.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Crossbows and Catapults is absolutely fantastic. It's like Torpedo Run, but you don't get a board.
Right,
Literally
okay.
set up these castles. It's like Lego, I would suppose. You sort of
Right.
stack up and you build up your own little castle and defenses and everything, and you have these little mini like ballistas and catapults, and you fire discs. And the idea is just to break down the other person's walls. And I remember I never had it, and I still don't have it. It's probably something I'm gonna have to try and get. But I remember playing it over my friend's house. Some of my greatest memories playing it over there, and we were like setting up, and we were really getting into it. And then my friend's cat just came along, and it was like something out of like Sinbad or Ray Harryhausen sort of animation. This cat is just coming across and just knocking everything off. And I
Right.
remember like firing my not the crossbows but the catapults. I was like launching them up, trying to like get away from my houses, get
Yeah.
away from my castle, go backwards and like destroy his. Oh, it was great. It was great. Crossbows and catapults definitely is an absolute choice retro game.
Mine's just gone blank on retro games. I just normally play the generic, I suppose, Monopoly or something like that. I've never really, I don't know, Mousetrap. I used to love playing that.
Mousetrap, yeah.
But I suppose that's retro games. I don't know.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm looking around and just trying to scan what I used to play. But
Yeah,
Scrabble, yeah. But Pass the Pigs is another great one.
yeah, we've got that. I
Pass
play
the
that.
Pigs is another great one of my greatest gaming stories. I remember playing Pass the Pigs when I was in junior school,
Right.
and we brought it in, and then we've got this kind of like, okay, it was like this resource area, I guess.
Okay.
Me and three other mates, we went into this resource area. We weren't supposed to go in there, but it was like wet. It was like a wet lunch play, so
Right.
we just snuck off into there. We were supposed to be in the classroom, but we snuck off into this like resource area, and we sat down, and we were playing Pass the Pigs. And in this resource area, we found there was some like cooking stuff, and we found there was a bottle of peppermint essence. So basically, we're playing this until like so we play around, and whoever like because the way Pass the Pigs works is you keep rolling these little pigs. They're like dice, and on each of them have got like a little black spot on, and then like and if
Yeah.
you manage to like roll them, and so you've got one, they're both on their side, but one's got a black dot on and one's got another, or they touch, and that means you've lost your turn.
Yeah.
So basically, we would play, and then you try and save up your points, and whoever lost had to take like a swig out of this peppermint essence. And I just remember like taking so many swigs of this thing, and you would literally like you couldn't breathe. It was just like your mouth was fresh, but it was on fire.
Yeah.
And you'd literally come back, and your eyes would be running because after we'd like drunk it, we'd end up then just be putting it in our fingers and then putting it underneath our eyes.
I
And
used
you'd
to
just be
love
like
that.
crying like Vicks, and it would just be like, oh,
I used to love that game. I've still got it somewhere.
yeah, I got Past the Pig still.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Have we got any more questions? Don't think so. Come on, people, more questions.
I could like bang on ages, but I'm gonna have to save those. But I've got so many great like
Yeah.
board gaming
You'll have to,
stories that
you'll
are
have to do a
absolutely.
board games video.
Oh, I would do that, but I don't know.
Well, people
There's
would
something
do
I
that.
have been like trying to get one of my mates to do. Is like I wouldn't do it on my channel, but I would definitely like try. I'm trying to get one of my friends to sort of do a board gaming show
Yeah.
while I was on there.
That'd be good. Yeah,
Because
because
I suppose that would be one of my favorite YouTube channels, but because you got that Geek and Sundry,
yeah, Ashton's does that as well sometimes. I think he's like,
and I definitely like watching Tabletop. I would say that's one of my favorite things to watch, but it's not on at the moment. They're making a
right.
series, thank goodness. But yeah, Tabletop, board games.
Okay. Rabbit more GPK. That will make me happy.
Where's that from?
Adam Walls.
More Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, I know. I'm sort
I was
of
trying to think what GPK stands for.
GP Garbage Pail Kids,
Yeah.
man. Um, I'm waiting for the new series. I did get whatever it is, BNS series, or no, it's ANS, or is it all new series now? I can't remember. But I'm waiting for the next one to come out, and then I probably will do a video on that. I'm waiting to get the new one to come out, so I can do some
Okay,
box.
I kind of want to get some of the minikins.
I've got a few of the minikins, but I don't. I like them, but
Yeah.
I prefer the cheap toys more.
Well, they were actually in. I can't remember. It was Loot Crate or Nerd Block this month. They were in one of them, and you will know because you've got them. But it was in one of them, and I know a lot of people that I watched the videos on said they didn't like them. They were like just going to throw them away because all these are rubbish. And a lot of people didn't like them. I kind of like them, to be fair.
I do like them. They are, although it's hard to explain. I
Did
mean,
you get
I
some?
like them because they're Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, did you get some this month?
Yeah, I got some. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I have watched the videos, I just couldn't remember.
No, I got some minikins. I just I didn't do a video on it because everything's all over the place at the moment.
Right.
I literally just opened it and then just didn't do a video on it.
Oh, that was the video you didn't do it right, okay? Because you did put some up this month, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't put it up. Yeah,
Right, okay.
but Garbage Pail Kids, that is something that I just adore Garbage Pail Kids.
I
Uh,
remember it as a kid, but it was never something I was into.
oh God, I love Garbage Pail Kids. Um,
I think I would be now because I like the trash pack.
yeah, Garbage Pail Kids is always been on the cutting edge, and I really enjoy like what they're coming out with for the new series. It's
Yeah.
just top work, and I love it.
That's one.
So, what was that? What was it? Adam Walls, was it?
Adam Wall.
So Adam, yeah, GPK will be coming back some point. I've just
When he's
one got to get everything sorted and wait for them. This is the one thing I will say this to Tops. They won't be listening, but I will say this to Tops. It's like I do not understand this why they are not releasing GPK in Europe.
Yeah, I found that because it's like the minikins, like the UK people were like, "Oh, what are these? Like these look rubbish."
It's
And
just like it is huge in America because they've just had the
yeah,
resurgence again, and it. I remember it coming out. Well, obviously I remember because I remember picking them up when I was a kid and
yeah,
getting
I
them.
remember as well.
Although I had a big shock when I first started recollecting them because I picked up when I first started recollecting them again, probably about 4 years ago.
Right.
I bought some and I was like, wow, these are really good. And then I was hunting for them on like the free sites, and I found someone who sold me a load,
Yeah.
and they were the actual UK ones. And then when I got them, they were tiny. I didn't realize how much. I mean, the English ones or European ones are actually like cigarette card size,
Okay.
whereas the American ones are actually like what trading cards
Yeah,
what
proper
you're used
size
to
one.
now, and it's just like my God, obviously I was littler then, so they seemed bigger, but now they're just like, oh, that's just tiny. But I just wish that Tops would just put them. I mean, there is so many Garbage Pail Kid fans in
Yeah.
Europe, and I just wish they would do it because they're just missing a trick, basically.
And the amount of these like match attacks that they bring out, it's like who really collects all them? It's like they could bring something different out for a change. It's like match attacks this, match attacks that, the wrestling ones, the football ones. I think they've got Marvel ones out now. It's like who really collects all them sort of cards? Bring something different out. I think they're tops, aren't they? They are tops.
I can't think if Tops do.
Yeah, tops. I'm sure it's tops match attacks or something like that.
It's not like Panini like back in the day.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, we have another question, which I'm not exactly sure what it's all about, but you might. Shadow Productions. Have you heard of Bear Brick? I have an exclusive one. Search this on Google. Batman Bear Brick SDCC 2012.
Bear Brick is like it's like a vinyl toy.
Right, okay.
I've got
Okay,
something that's
yeah.
kind of like Bear Bricks. I've
Are
got
they
things
are
that
they
like that.
bears like in the shape of Batman and that?
Yeah, you think of like a bear,
Right.
like a solid kind of like bear, but then it's all painted so it looks like something else.
Okay.
So it'll have like ears.
So
It's
it's
got
like
ears and
using
everything.
Vinylmations.
Yeah, kind of like Vinylmation, kind of like that,
Okay.
but it's bigger than Vinylmation.
Right.
So he's got a Batman San Diego Comic Con exclusive.
It sounds like it, yeah, from 2012.
Well, that's pretty cool. I've got a few. I don't know if I've got bare bricks, but I've got things that are like it. It took me a long time to figure out what they were because they don't have any markings on them. But yeah, I've
Yeah,
got
'cause
stuff like that.
I
I
remember
used to
you
get a lot
sent
of
me.
vinyl toys.
I love vinyl toys. I love the pop vinyls. The only one I've got, as I said, is Snarf, and I really, since I've got that, I'm like really want to get some more. Like they've got the Power Ranger ones, they've got the Thundercats ones, they've got Turtle ones. There's loads that I want, but it's affording them because they're so expensive. If you can get them for like 9.99, then good. If you can get them for about 15 quid, then I'd wait until they go down in price. But they have all these competitions on like Twitter. I've not won one yet. It's like every week they have like 3 or 4 competitions, and I enter them every week and never win.
Well, I've never won a competition ever, so I wouldn't feel.
I won the one where I won the Power Rangers Mega Blocks from America that I wasn't meant to win.
You won something that you wasn't meant to win.
Yeah, because it was UK only. It was a US only, and they picked me to win. I didn't realise I was in the UK.
Gotcha, gotcha.
I did a video on it. You've not been watching my videos?
I've not been watching many videos, it must be said.
No.
It's
I
just
think we
like,
have another question. I'm just going to check now. Or comment at least.
okay.
I have to keep refreshing it. Hi, Lewis Taylor. Says,
Hi.
hi, Lewis. Um, so, yeah, what should we talk about now? You've got a few. Which actual which Vinomations have you actually got? Not Vinomations. Pop.
Pop
Which
vinyls.
ones? Yeah, sorry, the pop vinyl. Which ones have you actually gotten through like Nerd Crate and Loot, Nerd Block and Loot Crate?
Uh, through them, I've got the Walking Dead Bicycle Girl, and then I've got a Batman from, it was like a, whatever the exclusive, PAX exclusive or something.
Right,
Um, that came through, so yeah, those two. But
right.
I've got as my oh no, and I've got that Sharknado one as well.
That is the worst film ever.
I
I
like
watched.
I
I
like those
sat and
films.
I sat and watched the second one. I was about halfway through, and I was just laughing my head off. It was like this is meant to be a horror or whatever it's meant to be. And I actually got a second film. I couldn't even believe it got a second film. Right, we're kind of running out of things to say here.
No. I'm just waiting for you to finish. But I
Oh,
am
sorry.
gonna be
Yeah,
like
you've got a
editing
prior
in a
engagement, haven't
minute. I'm gonna have to sort of like head off. But
you? Right.
I'm just thinking what other ones I've got. I've got the Batman, the Sharknado, the Bicycle Girl, and then I've got Gizmo from Gremlins.
Have you got a gizmo?
Yeah,
Oh, I want that. I'm coming around your house and licking that.
you can't you can't have it because it's for someone for Christmas. And then I've got Amy Farrah Fowler from Big Bang Theory.
That's on my wish list. On
I do want to get all of the Big Bangs, it must be said.
yeah, that's on my wish list. I want that. Right. Apparently, Lewis says, "LOL, thanks for the shout out. Watch you religiously." I'm not sure whether that's you or me, but thanks anyway.
Watching religion. Well, if it's me, I'm sorry, I haven't put any videos up recently. It's just there's a lot going on in the Warren at the moment, so
Yeah.
um,
I
normal
haven't,
service will resume, but I don't know when that will be. Hopefully, it's not too much longer. But I will
yeah.
try and get some bits and pieces up as and when. But
And I haven't put much up recently either. I've got some to do. They are they're ready to go. They're just not up yet. So I'm just going to be interrupted a minute.
Sharknado yesterday, it's crap. They purposely make it. Well, yeah, they purposely make it like that, Lewis. Some films are awful for the sake of being funny because they are so awful. And if there is one show that I would recommend that people watch, and I used to watch it religiously on Friday nights with my mates after we'd come back from the pub. Um, and that's a TV series called Mystery Theater Science 3000 or Mystery Theater MST3K, Mystery Theater Science 3000, yeah.
I've heard Dan talk about that one.
Mystery Science Theater 3000, and that is just, oh, it's hilarious because they watch absolutely dire films, but they make it funny because they commentate all the way through it, and that's kind of like how I watch films as well when they end up being rubbish.
Yeah.
But
No, I've
Mystery
heard Dan
Science,
talk about. I think Dan was watching that the other night actually.
it's it's
Hang on,
brilliant.
I'm going to make some noise in a minute. I'm just going to move the computer a minute. Because I'm sat in the dark here, so I'm supposed to switch the light on.
But yeah,
I thought,
Lewis, if I were you, I would definitely watch Mystery Theater Science 3000.
I'm sure that's the one Dan said he was watching the other day.
And they just have so many different awful films, but they talk over it. It's like this dude Mike, and then he's got these two little aliens with him, and I can't think what the aliens are called, but
Right.
they just literally talk about it, and they just talk over the top. I mean, some of it isn't relevant anymore because one thing, they're American, so
Right.
a lot of UK people won't get some of the references, and it's also quite an early thing, like an early 90s thing. So obviously references to people and things are a bit
Right.
obscure, but the main crux of it is they just rip the pee out of it, and it is just literally, it is funny. So
Yeah,
watch
that's
that Mystery Theater Science 3000. Check it out. YouTube it. Watch it.
right. I might have a look at that. I know. I think Dan was watching it maybe on Netflix, maybe.
Yeah. No, it's not on Netflix. No.
Might be on there. Yeah. Sorry, I had an interruption. So going back to Lewis's question, what he was saying was he watched Sharknado yesterday. I've seen the second one, not the first one. But yeah, I can't even believe they made a second one. And got the people that were in it. Like there was quite a few famous people in it. I think like in the second one, isn't there Kurt Angle in it and Tara Reid or somebody and a few others? So yeah, that's kind of like how do they get them people in the second one? If the first one's so bad.
Well, I've not seen the second one, but what's he said? Lost Boys. Lewis has watched Lost Boys. Nice one.
Lost Boys.
Lost Boys is epic. When you're a strange,
I've
when
not
you're a
seen that one
stranger.
either.
You've not seen Lost Boys?
No.
Oh my
I'm doing really badly here,
God.
aren't
You you shouldn't even be on here. Get off.
I? I know.
You get off if you haven't seen Lost Boys.
Is that the one with
It's
what's his
it's
name in it?
Kiefer Sutherland.
That's the one.
It's like, again, it's late 80s. It's brilliant. It's
One
about
of my
vampires.
favourite old films is I like Weekend at Bernie's 1 and 2.
The
Have you ever seen
Maltese
those?
Falcon.
Eh?
I like the Maltese Falcon. Or is that too old for you?
Right. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what
I
that one
like Wizard of Oz.
is.
Yeah,
Right.
Wizard of Oz, but that's like 19. Oh God, what is it? 39? I think 1939.
Quite an old one.
That's quite an old one. It's pretty freaky as well.
Right. Is there any?
See if there's any more questions, and then I'm gonna have to wrap it up, I think.
Yeah, I think I am as well.
We're just
Hang
gonna
on,
have
we've
to
got
see the people that are watching if they would like to see another one. Then we'll definitely get that sort of like done on the cards, and hopefully we'll be
yeah,
able to advertise it before we do it, like a day before we do it or something.
yeah. This was only like I actually asked everybody like an hour or so before this actually went live, so it was kind of a quick sort of get together, and everybody was kind of busy apart from sort of me and Rabbit. So you know,
Yeah, we'll try and get like other people in, but
we're trying to get at least four of us in. I did send invites out to this, so if anybody did want to join us, they could done, but obviously not. Just us two awfully gone.
well, I mean, there's one thing I'll say this, there's one thing there's making a video, and then there's another thing there's talking in a video. I remember when I first started my channel that I didn't talk in them. I just literally like opened up boxes of things and had music playing in the background,
Yeah.
and it took a long time for me to be sort of comfortable, sort of like not so much comfortable, but sort of like talking for lengths of time to yourself, basically.
Yeah, I
You
find
were
that.
sort of like trying to think of things to say. You do get a bit of a respect for like radio DJs and broadcasters and things like that that just literally just talk and talk and talk
Oh,
and talk.
yeah, definitely.
But I don't know where I was going with that, but
Like,
yeah.
no,
But
I've done a radio show before, and I struggled with that. You don't know what to say, and it's the same when you're doing this. It's like, you go, yeah, I want to do a video on this, but then it's like, well, I waffle on about all sorts. It's a surprise anybody watches my videos, to be honest. But,
well, that's it. You got to do. What we got here? We got Action Jackman says,
great
"Great
show.
show, guys. Nice one." Well, maybe Action Jackman will be in one. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be good if we can get
He's
other
quite
people
he's
in.
quite a knowledgeable guy, and he seems like me and him are sort of striking the same kind of wavelength.
Yeah, everybody's kind of enjoying your side. I'm just like, I'm into Power Rangers Turtles, and nobody's kind of asking me any questions. But well, I've had a few.
Well, what else? So we've
Right,
got
Shadow Productions said yes to another one. Can he join next time?
everyone's welcome to like dip in and sort of like
Yeah,
join in
definitely.
if they want, and even if it's just to dip in and just ask a question and then sort
Yeah,
of dip
exactly.
out, that's fine.
Everybody, Action Jackson, Shadow Productions, you've all been part of this hangout, I guess we can call it.
Yeah,
So
well, obviously, you just got to keep it clean. Basically, is the only thing I will sort of say. I mean, everyone,
yeah,
if someone's just going to come in and just sort of like shout and rant, then you'll be
yeah,
sort of
we
like
don't want
kicked
that.
out. But keeping it sort of just like clean and friendly place where us people who love collecting retro geeky stuff can just sort of like have a place to like voice our passion for this thing.
Yeah, and Lewis says, well, I'm glad you're talking now, because it makes the vids a whole lot better.
Yeah, I will say this thing. I mean, you're talking is definitely it makes the videos better, but it's
Yeah,
funny when you hear people say that you're posh. It's like, what? I don't
yeah,
think I'm posh.
yeah.
I've definitely I've had comments before saying that I've got a posh voice, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, because I think you and the first time I actually spoke properly to you and back in the day, you both said I sound completely different to what I do on my video.
Well, there's different audios and everything, isn't there?
Yeah,
Oh, and we got Lewis saying, I love turtles. Who's your favorite turtles? Mine's Leo. I would say Raph. I'm just one word answer there.
mine's Mikey, always kind of has been, but I do kind of like Raph, and yeah, I think I definitely say Mikey.
Raph, 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 Raph.
Raph. Mikey, Mikey,
Although
Mikey.
it annoys me because Raph in the cartoon, um, he's in the cartoon song in the title song. He's portrayed as the leader of the group.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, in the movie.
Oh, okay.
He's portrayed. He's dubbed in as the leader. He's like, he's not the leader. That's Leo. Leo's the leader.
Right.
Turtle, pal. Turtle Power, Teenage
So
Mutant Ninja Turtle.
I'm currently watching the next mutation, which I know is not the best version of it, but I was in.
Is that number two?
Eh?
Oh no, that's Secret of the Ooze number two.
No, 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 no. This is the next mutation. This is it was the one I was telling you about the other day. It's basically a Saban, oh, I can't say it properly, that does Power Rangers. They made a live action TV program, and they had a girl turtle. They were like all four normal turtles, but then they kind of found a sister, and there was five turtles, and there was Splinter, and they defeated Shredder. Then they have to defeat these dragons. So
Thank
it's like watching a movie. It's kind of the same suit, sort of suit, um, but it's TV program.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So I picked them up in Poundland the other day, and it was like I think 13 volumes. I picked them all up for like £1 each, apart from the last one. I need volume 13. And back in the days of just messaging me, by the way, and he's just said he's got no internet in the flat until Wednesday.
Well, we'll get that sorted then.
So that is the reason that we couldn't get hold of him. But
Well, it seems like the census of this test is that it's been fairly good. Obviously, it could have been better with more
yeah,
time advertising the length of when we were actually going to do the show, but obviously this is just a test, and for a test that's waffled on for about 2 hours.
yeah, yeah. We must be 2 hours now, surely. But we've had a couple from Lewis. What do you think of the new movie? And now Bay has the rights. Well, we
I've not
actually
seen it.
yeah, we don't actually have it in the UK yet. I'm not sure if you're from America or not. But
It doesn't come out until like October, I think, over
I
here.
heard September, sometime in September, but it could be October. We haven't actually got it over here yet. Um,
I don't think I'm gonna go and see it.
I'm dying to go and see it.
I'm not overly fast. I mean, I no, I don't think I will see it. I think I'll wait until it comes on like Blu-ray or something until
Yeah.
or Netflix or something like that till I watch it. I mean, I'm not gonna. It's definitely something I'm not really gonna like
Hmm.
scream for.
I've I was like umming and ahhing, and then like some friends of mine went, "Oh, we really want to go and see it." I'm like, "Right, okay. So if we're all going to go see it, I'll go and see it. At least I'm not going to be on my own in the cinema." Um, but yeah, it looks good. The noses is probably about the only downside, and the way they're dressed is a little bit meh. But other than that, I'm not gonna say I dislike it. But apparently, from what I've heard in the movie, apparently you have to wait like halfway through the movie until you actually see some action. So,
Don't know.
but yeah, there's a lot of I've seen reviews and a lot of people in America have sort of said umming and ahhing about it. Haha, I totally get that. Oh, sorry, this is Action Jackson. Haha, I totally got that.
What are
Get
you
that.
talking about?
I don't know. I'm reading comments.
Oh right,
I
he's
got
sitting there and going, "Ah, I totally
yeah.
get
Sorry,
that."
I jumped subject then. I got told I sound like Ewan McGregor by the Americans. Nothing like Turtle. Yes, totally prefer the old show though. Next Mutation was crazy. Yes, it is. I'm literally on the third or fourth disc, which is there's two discs on each DVD, and I'm literally on about the sixth episode. And yes, it's definitely crazy. I think you can get it on Netflix, so if you want to watch it, Rabbit, it's I think it's definitely something worth trying. And Lewis said do this again. Okay, we'll definitely try and do it again with a few more people. So sorry, I jumped subject there. I was talking about something and I was reading comments out loud.
No, 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 that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So it's fast approaching the hour
It
on.
is, yeah. I think we
So
should probably say bye now.
well, yeah, we're literally like, if we haven't said bye, then we'll finish it off at 10.
Let me just finish. Let me check any more comments. Yeah, random. But have you seen Django Unchained by
Yeah,
Lily?
I've seen the Django. Yeah,
I haven't. I've heard of
I
it.
prefer the original myself, but
I've seen Rango. I wish I hadn't.
it's brilliant.
What, Rango? Really?
Yes.
What with what's his name?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. That was just a bad film. I bought that like when it first came out.
I wouldn't buy it.
I bought it and I watched it and I thought it'd be good because Johnny Depp's in it, and it was the worst film I've seen.
Hmm.
That's literally
Oh,
in my pile to get rid of Blu-rays.
well, oh God. We'll have to save that for a future thing. The worst film ever made.
Yeah, the films in our
Worst film you've ever seen. But then again, it's kind of like a bit. What's the word I'm trying to think of? Um, you wouldn't have seen the worst film ever because you would have watched it and you would have been, this is rubbish, and therefore turned it off. So
yeah.
I guess the worst film that you've actually seen all the way through. But then again, I'm thinking off the top of my head from when I had like dates or was seeing certain female bunnies,
Right.
and you got yeah, I had to, because you want to sort of get in there and you want to like you want to take it to the next. You want to
Yeah.
get another date or something, so you end
That's
up
what you
watching
say.
their favorite film. So I've sat there and watched like, Sense and Sensibility, and it's like I'm bored.
Yeah.
I hate this film.
Now I do like them sort of films, but I wouldn't go as far as Sense and Sensibility.
Oh, I had to sit through it, and it was like, oh, it's like when is it going to end? And it's just so horrible. But it would definitely pose some questions, like worst film ever made that you've actually seen.
Yeah.
Um,
Right. Lewis has said, "LOL like Rango, and I like Django." I hope I'm saying that right. A bit,
Django, yeah, Django, yeah.
a
It's
bit,
not the Django, it's just Django.
yeah, a bit Tarantino and Robert. He's there. I can't say his name.
Rodriguez.
That's the one. Are my favorite directors. Isn't Rob Rodriguez or whatever his name is the guy that's directing the new Power Rangers movie?
I don't know. That's all you. I don't know.
I think he's been linked with the new Power Rangers movie.
Robert Rodriguez does Dust Till Dawn.
Did he do X-Men?
No,
Hmm.
I don't think he's done X-Men.
Okay. So I know there was somebody that was linked to the X-Men First Class that was linked to the Power Ranger one.
I
Right,
don't
we're
know.
literally on 10 o'clock nearly. About like a minute to go.
Yeah, we're literally on 10 o'clock. Just check the
And
comments.
we're still getting questions.
I know I would like to continue this for another hour, but
I know, me too.
I've got.
I'm just hoping it uploads to YouTube.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there may be like a little bit of a block for like
Yeah.
how long it takes, but I don't think anyone's going to sit through. I think the live thing's better because people get to interact. I don't
Yeah.
think someone's going to sit there and watch a live pre-recorded thing where they can't interact or anything.
Yeah.
I think that's what's good about them. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll literally sign off now. I
I've got to
think.
try and sign off now. Be interesting.
You got to
Right.
sign
Okay.
off and save it. Oh look, and then Pooh's just jumped in
Okay. What did he say?
just
Let's
now.
but he's from Sunderland, so yeah.
Oh God, you're not going to start some sort of football. There's no room for football chat here.
No, there's not.
Don't even start talking about football here.
All right, lads. You're right, Pooh. That sounds so wrong. I'll call you Paul. You're right, Paul. Right, well, we're about to sign off, so
You've literally jumped in.
yeah. But next time, definitely, you have to join us. Right, so do you want to say, I'll say goodbye, and then you can say it as
I'll
well.
say what? Thumbs up, rate, subscribe, and all that jazz, guys.
Yeah.
Until the next video, keep
And
collecting.
I'll say like, subscribe, comment to me, all
Don't
the
do
people
that.
you mentioned, blackrabbit3333, and we will speak to you soon.
Yeah, thanks for everyone who's commented and watched, and we'll do another one as soon as we can. So
Yeah.
see you later, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.